Let's drift 18 cars across 18 laps for Ken. This video is brought to you by the Choking Hazard podcast. Search for it on your favourite podcast provider or check out broughy.com/podcast for the latest episode and much more via the link in the description. What an awful start. I got caught out by him going early and then he didn't go quick enough and then I had to take avoiding action. So, random drift cars. That's what we're doing today. 18 laps. There's 18 drift cars on the server. We're going to be getting one lap in each of them. Oops. That's the sort of thing that's probably going to happen. And this is the second time we've done a random drift cars race. The first one was one of the very first races we ever actually did, random races. But at the time, I think there was only like 5 or 6 drift cars and we ended up doing like 2 laps in each car. It was one of the early videos. I'll link it anyway. But there's a lot more drift cars now. 18 of them in front. No! Oh, 18 of them, and we're going to get them all. Drifting for Ken Block. Absolutely tragic what happened, honestly. And yeah, this is the best thing we can do, I suppose, to honour him in some way. Sorry, I mean, outside of a drift car. Alright, we got through the first lap in about mid-pack. Everyone was in the flash for the first lap, but now it's all going to be randomised. So some cars are driftier than others, and some cars are faster than others. So as always with these random class races... oh no, he got a drift car. As always with these random class races... We're gonna have our positions change. But by the end of the race, everyone will have had the same cars. So it will all even out by the end. This seems like one of the quicker of the drift cars, considering how I'm passing and catching people. My first car was quite good, I think. Oh, something's quicker than me. Okay, the Drift Yosemite seems quite quick then. It's just better in a straight line, I think. I like that there's different driftiness of different, like some of the drift cars are more drifty than others. Rather than them all just being the same. The Tampa's pretty drifty. I'm looking forward to getting that one. Oh, God. I think this has been a common request, in all honesty. I think people have been wanting a random drift cars race for a while. I see it crop up in comments every now and then, so for anyone who's wanted that, here you go. Although, like I said, we did do one years ago already, but that was in the early days. It's a tricky one, this one. The people who will do the best in this race are going to be those who've had the experience with the drift cars. We did a little drift race last week in the Tampa. And there was massive differences in lap time for people who knew how to get the speed out of these cars and people who didn't. And that's where the difference in random performance comes in. If you're going to be like 5, 6, 7 seconds per lap quicker in a drift car than somebody else in a random all, that's all going to add up. Even if you get bad cars all the time. Super Drift Diamond seems pretty quick. Wasn't he in the drift camper in the last one? Oh, it's alright. There might be 2 tampers. Are there 2 tampers? There's the drift tamper and then the tamper GHK, right? What a legend Ken Block was. Those videos, the Gymkhana videos, man, legendary. Those will live on. And we're not replicating that, but we're paying homage to that, I suppose, with this race. Alright, Furora GT, and I'm in the top 5. I think I've had good cars early on. I think it's going to be painful in the second half of this race. The drift cars tend to be rear-wheel drive, while the GHK cars are often all-wheel drive. Oh, so that's the difference between the 2 tampers. Is that the same for most of the cars? So if it's got drift in the name, it's usually rear-wheel drive, and if it's GHK, it's all-wheel drive. Hey, we're gonna have a drift tamper that can actually drift though. That's always good. The drift tamper on vanilla GTA is such a disappointment. The fact that it just does not drift despite having drift in the name. It's a beautiful car to drive though. I actually like the handling of the drift tamper on vanilla GTA. Like to race with, but the name doesn't really make much sense. Super Drift Diamond WC... Wait. Haven't I had one of these? Oh, I know what I've done. I don't think I put random select on. Did I not put random select on? Do I need to put random select on for a random class race? I don't normally need to, right? Because it just cycles through the class. I never put random select on for class-specific races. That's why I didn't. Are there actually 2 super diamonds? Did I get a different one earlier? Or, like, I'm a little concerned now. Yeah, I never put random select on. Anyway. Well, we're just gonna keep going at this point. We're already 7 laps in. To be fair, the class did... We did have struggles getting the race started for whatever reason. Maybe something's broken. But yeah, normally you don't need random select on. They might have had two different names. They might have been two different cars. But I don't know. I'm confused right now. I'm just drifting merrily on my way. Yeah, select shouldn't need to be on for a class race with the amount of laps equal to the amount of cars in the class. That's what I thought. Also, there's only one Super Drift Diamond. Okay, so something's broken then. Because I've definitely had two Super Drift Diamonds at this point. There's definitely 18 cars in the class. And the way that the random normally works is it just cycles through all the cars. That's why we were able to do the all vehicles random all. Because there's like 600, there were at the time 630 cars in the random all pool. We did 630 laps and it just cycles through all those cars before it then goes through them again, if you were to do that. So, I don't know what's going on. I guess it doesn't really make a difference. It's just going to be that not everyone will have had the same cars by the end or something. I'm going to miss out on a car at least. We'll see if I get any more duplicates. Sentinel Drift Spec, here we go. I couldn't go up the inside. I wanted to try. I wonder why I got two Super Diamonds. We'll have to see. Whatever car I didn't get, I'll have to try and figure it out. And also just keep in mind in case I get a duplicate again. Maybe it's like one car is broken or something specifically and I went to get that car, but instead got the Super Diamond. We'll see if there's a specific car that nobody gets, and everyone gets two of something else. Super Drift Diamond is fast. Has that been my fastest lap so far? Oh, 250 ping saying in the game chat he got a second Futo. Something's off. Something is not as it should be. I'm wondering if forcing the first vehicle did something to the vehicle pool. But we normally force the first vehicle in these class races. Energy RH5 twice, second... I mean, this is my second Furora GT, right? There aren't two Furora GTs. I wonder if what Hammer said in the chat earlier makes some sort of sense. We did have trouble with the class, so I had to like create it again. I wonder if... because it bugged out and said there was 0 cars in the class. So I had to like go back in and edit it and add all the cars again. I wonder if it's registering that there's 2 cars, 2 of each car in the class now. I should have just like created the new class entirely rather than edit the class that I'd already made. I think that's what it's done. I think we've got 2 cars, 2 of each car in the class. We needed to do 38 laps. So there are going to be some cars that we don't get, which is a little bit of a shame, but hopefully we can get the Tampa. I'd like to get one of the Tampas. Did I say 38? 36 laps. My mind's not with it. Still recovering from illness. That's what I'm blaming anyway. Oof. It's getting dicey for these positions. We are still racing for position. I know we're having fun drifting around the city, but on the fringes of a top 5. I've been on the fringes of a top 5 all the way through. So this is gonna, this race is unexpectedly more random than it should be. Some people are just going to naturally get a little bit lucky and a little bit unlucky. Some people might get a double up of some quicker cars, and some people get a double up of some slower cars instead of getting a quicker car. But it's alright. It's still a random race. We're still drifting around for Ken. Hey, we got the Massacro slight drift. Wow, we both got the Massacro slight drift together. Coming from that old meme comment from back in the day. What a classic. That was a nice little cutback. Oh, hit the inside. Do all the work and then ruin it for myself. Solo fats. For anyone who wasn't around at the time, basically the comment was that on one of my testing videos about the Massacro or sports cars or whatever, basically claiming that I'm driving the Massacro wrong. With the Massacro, you've got to give it a slight drift to maximize the performance, and then you'll see that it's quicker than the Elegy or something like that. And it became a meme. Come on, give me a Tampa. 6 laps to go. Ah. I've already had one of these, right? Is this my 3rd double? No, it was the 250 I had, I think. It said our 250. Was it the 350? I don't know. I might have had this already. No. Ah. This one's a difficult one, actually. I've been spoiled with some of the cars I've gotten. I've had this one? Oh, okay. It doesn't go fast if you half-arse it. Okay. To be fair, I've been allowed to half-arse a few of the cars because they've been nice to drift. This one's got to be full-arsed. Yeah, okay, I see. This is similar to the Tampa. The Tampa's like this. So I mean, it's just figuring out how to drive these cars. Oh, the Sentinel. Wait. Oh no, SG3. If I had this, I just had the SG3. So this is my second Sentinel SG3 now. I think. And there are multiple Sentinel drift cars, to be fair. SG3, SG4, Sentinel drift missile. There's a lot of Sentinel drift cars. I think, from what I can remember. God, I'm so annoyed in this random race. Can't get away from getting drift cars. Shame we're not getting to see all of the drift cars, and we've got this this difficulty with getting stuff twice, so we are going to miss out on some of them. But at least we're drifting around. Maybe, I don't know how long it's been, 5 years since the last time we did a drift random race. Maybe in another 5 years we'll do it again, and we'll do like 30 laps with the 30 drift cars that there'll be then. And do it properly. Hey, the Massacro's back again. Alright, I can read the comment that was left now. Give us that opportunity to relive it. So this was the comment by Solo Fats on a testing video for the Massacro. My lap time testing video, of course. The Massacro is actually number 1. The problem is that most people, not even Bruffy, can properly control its cornering because it requires slight drifting, and Bruffy believes that it is just the worst thing in the world to do. Don't be fooled, people. Spend the time to learn the Massacro. You'll suck at first, but you'll be able to beat the stupid easy mode LG every damn time. Oh, what a meme. That's a throwback. If you're going to create a Massacro that drifts, obviously calling it a slight drift Massacro just makes sense. Nice car though, the slight drift Massacro. Damn, I'm not going to get the tamper, am I? I'm so disappointed. We got 2 laps to go to get the tamper. It's one of my favourites of all the drift cars. Well, it hasn't gone to plan, but we've had some fun anyway in drift cars. We didn't get to go through all of them and do a proper random class where it all comes together at the end like intended, but we've drifted for 25 minutes. I think something that would have made Ken happy, I suppose. But yeah, rest in peace, Ken Block. His memory will live on, I suppose. And all of his great videos and whatnot. Such a shame what happened. But he's had a massive impact on the world and motorsport in general. I guess this is our little tribute. Alright, 2 laps. Come on, give me the tamper. Nah. 1 more to go. It'll have to be on the last lap. I've only got 1 of the tampers. I didn't realise there was 2. So I've only got 1 of them modded to look like Ken Block's livery. So even if I get it, there's a 50% chance it'll be the wrong tamper. I'm coming in fast with this. Energy RH5 Drift Missile is a car that I haven't had. The Drift Yosemite I haven't had. That seemed really quick as well. Well, I'm not complaining about 2 Super Diamonds. I haven't had, well, there's a number of cars I haven't had, I suppose. Both of the Tampas I've missed. If it's really doubled up, there's 4 Tampas left in the list for me to get. Nah, Drift Yosemite to end it. I suppose the Ron, we can't go a random race without a Ron car. Shame no Tampa. At least we're getting all the laps in, all 18 laps. ZR380 custom drift spec. That was actually the first car I got, just up ahead in 6th place. That was quite nice to drive. Is the Drift Yosemite gonna be quicker though? 5th place is just up ahead as well. I'm catching 6th. 6th is catching 5th. 5th is... seems slow. Oh, a 5th place. Top 5 always possible. That car looks like a handful. That 5th place had. Chasing down the ZR380, the car I got first. For a top 5. I don't think I'm going to do it. There's not enough corners left. Nah. Oh, so close. So close. Finished with a Ron car. PB on the last lap as well. Well, there we go. There was a random drift cars race. Shame we couldn't get all of the cars because of the bugged out class, but hey, we had fun. Ah, so there was only one Tampa, and the drift Tampa is called the Tampa Custom. Okay. And it's just a normal car that works. So I didn't get the Tampa. I didn't get the one, that regular Sultan, I think. The Infernus, the Futo Hatch. And the Elegy. I think. Oh well, we got most of them. That's probably a good idea to delete the bugged class, I agree. Ah, it's still there. After I've deleted it, it's showing 0 cars again. It must have duplicated it because the other version of it is also existing with the same name.